What's up, y'all? It's Jam and Sam, and today we're going to restore Ceremony from Secret of Mana. This is track number 32, and it's going to be a short one today, just like yesterday. It's only because this is only the piano roll right here. It's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 bars. So there's a bit, and it's a bit, the sound design's a bit weird here, so that's probably where most of our time is going to go, but it should be a short one today. So I'm gonna play the original in full, and then I'll start adding my instruments while I let you guys listen to it. Nice. Okay, so let's see. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Welcome to the stream. So let's see. This is, at best I can figure, this is the source of that bell thing right here. This is from the SY99, and it's one of the sound effects included in the drums patch. We'll see how that goes by itself. I think there was something else I wanted to layer with it, but I'm not sure. I can't remember, but I'll figure it out. We also need the tubular bells here, now that I remember. And so that's all I can think of for now. So let's take it one channel at a time then. So that's the choir played down really low. And we have one long repeated note, about 5 bars. But then it's 4 bars for the second time, but that doesn't matter because we can just extend the playlist clip. But all these are going to be in one line, so I do need this part too. So let me select this. I'm here. Welcome, Xavier. Glad you could make it. Alright, so let me go find first empty, call this choir. Or call this bass. That's more descriptive as a bass. At that point, it's like nobody's voice can go down that low. And so the first two lines I have set up to be a choir. And I think this goes an octave up. Yes. That is the same way, definitely the same sound as from Donkey Kong Country, and that's the same note in northern hemispheres in Donkey Kong Country. Like that sound that from northern hemispheres. Nice. You remember the one? So anyway, there's another layer to this. Now if we play, and after that, that second part just repeats. Is it the Wave Station Airbox? Yes, it is. It's best. I found it. It was from the M1. I know that, and then it was in the Wave Station, and then I found it in the EMU samples, the EMU CDs. It's now it's here, and this is from the Yamaha SY99. So it's all over the place. It got shared around. I don't know. And this part should go to channel 2. Unless they're not, unless they're panned the same way. Let me see. No, they're not. So this first one is panned 70% to the right. And the next one is panned 70% to the left. I do believe, yes. And we'll drop that here. There we go. So now that is very quiet. So I'm gonna put it up. And I'm gonna save this patch because I keep having to raise the volume on it. So now that's the default patch. Oh wait, but it has the panning on it. I don't want that. Trying to get it center. There we go. So now I can put this back because I saved it. Yeah. Okay, so now it should be loud enough. Big boom and bass. So now we make a cut here. And then we duplicate this part for the duration of the song, pretty much. Yeah. Okay, so those first two channels are done. But don't they have an envelope? Yeah, they do. So let me see how long it takes if the envelope rings out all the way. If it goes all the way to 0. It doesn't quite go to 0. So, but it does go pretty quiet. So let's see. We give it like 300 cents. Let me solo this for a second. The envelope needs to be like twice as long of the decay. Ah, it needs to be even longer than that. Let's see. About 25 seconds. and 600 cents attack. 600 milliseconds attack. Wow. It just stops. That does it. So it is. How long are these samples like not looping? I think that these samples do not loop. Wow. Let me try to. I'm gonna need them to loop. Let me see if they probably don't loop. Look, but I can see they definitely don't loop because I can see how much different the amplitude is than it is here. So let me see. It's definitely, but I can see a definite loop here. So the sample just contains the loop. So if I go, wait. Yeah, if I just go all the way over here, then it should be looping. If I try to catch it in this little dip here, I guess. But now I gotta go to loop edit and like fine tune the loop. There we go. That ought to do it. Wait. Now these are misaligned. What? Huh. So I guess there's chorus built into this thing. And this was a created contact thing, so yeah, that's why we're having this problem. What I'm gonna have to do is record this instrument from the TG77 because I know that that sound originated on the TG77, so we might just have to record it from there. Okay, so we'll just have to do that then. So if we fire up the TG77, let's see. Let me turn on my, here, I'll show you guys what I'm working with. So if I turn on my, I have what's called a up converter, because this is a Japanese machine. See, this is it here. So I have what's called a down converter or an up converter, but it basically outputs 110 volts from 120. So or 100 volts. So if I do that, that's just a way to keep it a little safer because Japan has a different voltage coming out of the wall, and this is a Japanese machine. So now we can push the on button. And then we can see it start up. Now we're on the flute right now, but I want the Ethiopia patch. So I have to go find, I think it's ME. No. Oh, it would be CH for choir. Looking for CH. Not in this bank. I have to go to bank select and try to select a different one. See, maybe it's in this one. I don't know. Nope, not in this one. Let's see. Oh, you know what I have to do? I have to go to memory. I have to select a different memory. So right now we were on internal B16, bank 16. Let's see. Now we're on presets 1. So maybe it's in under presets. Nope. Let's see. No, not here either. Let's see. Let's try presets 2. P2 and oh, this looks different. Maybe it's here. I think that went a little too fast for me to see. Here we go. Choir mist, spirit, chamber, Utopia. There we go. Now, also got to push the effects bypass button because we don't want all that reverb. So effects bypass just disables the reverb because we don't want that. Now, there we go. Now I have to select, I have the output routed to my Focusrite Scarlett, and then I have to select an in. So I actually have to plug it in. So now I have it here, and if I select input 2, that'll give me the input, but let's see, I don't hear it because I don't have a, I have to have a MIDI out going here from my keyboard. Set that to port 2. There we go. But it sounds phased. I think that's because it's summing to stereo. So let's I think I have to put it in stereo is the point. Let me go and get my, I'm gonna have to unplug my mic for a minute. Okay, so that is strange. It started giving me voltage balance. Let's see. Okay, now it works. But I need a stereo input for this. Because I think there's a natural chorus put on this. And the mono is giving me some phasing issues. So what I'm gonna have to do is unplug, find my, I need my other cable. Where's my other cable? Hold on 1 second. Here it is. Okay. Now I'm gonna have to unplug my mic so I can get this thing going in stereo. So 1 moment. Actually, yeah, I think it's like a phase, some filters they put on it in the TG77. But the thing is, I don't like those filters, so wonder if, let's see, I wonder what I can do here. Let's see if I can try to loop it again. Let me see. Oh, I have a crossfade loop here. Let's see if I can use that. Whoops. So this is going to make the sample, like the loops crossfade into each other, so there shouldn't be any noticeable thing. Hold on 1 second. So that works pretty well. Let me give it even more of a crossfade. Because I heard a little bit of a flutter there. Oh, that was way more than a little bit. Let me see. Oops. You try to change it during the note, it ruins it. Let me try this. Let me try putting it approx. Oh, look, I get a nice little fader here. Let me try doing this. Let's try that. That doesn't sound great. Let me... we got some phasing. That's why it's doing that. Because each of the... stereos are different. That's fine. Maybe there's a way to make it mono, because this is already sounds like a mono. It just has some stereo on it. So if I just made it mono, then that would work even better. But I don't know how to do that in Contact quite very well. I don't even know if that's possible. I think you'd have to bring it into an external editor and then bring it back. Let's see. Find loop end, short, long. How about that? Maybe it automatically found one for me, so let's see if that works. Let me see what happens if I turn the crossfade off. Does it pop or not? There we go, that works. Okay, so now I learned a new thing. You can have Contact find a loop for you. So now I just need to do this for, let's see, this is the only note that plays here, so I don't need to do that for any of the other notes. That's fine. And so now I just need to drag in my other channel. And then I'm going to give this 70% to the left. And then I'm going to see like this. Let's see, this note, this D sharp is the one that it's played here. So that's this sample. And then also this, wait, this D is played here. So these two samples are both played. And so that just means that I need to find a loop start. Like I just need to put it, let me see, turn on the loop and then put this where approximately where the loop would be, and then go to find loop end. Okay, so let's see if that works. Nice, that works perfectly. And so now I think this might even be too short for it to reach the loop. Let's see. For it to reach the end of the sample, let's see. Ah, it is, no, it's just long enough. So I do have to do it for this one as well. So let me try to go to kind of the same spot. And let's see, it would loop right about here. And then I just go to find loop end long. Oh, it puts it over here for some reason. I don't think that's gonna work, but let's try it out. Yeah, it doesn't, it's, contact can be stupid sometimes. It has no idea where the loop is. Or maybe it's just because there's no loop there and it doesn't, that's what it's trying to tell me. Let me try putting it closer to where it put the end. And maybe it, oh, it just keeps on extending it. That's weird. So that is not gonna make a convincing loop. Let's see. Okay, maybe that works. That looks even. Let's see. That has a little bit of a pop, but it's not going to be noticeable in the original. Let me look at the zero crossing for this. Yeah, see, this is where the pop occurs right here. Because it's changing, it's a little bit different. So that'll do, that should do. Maybe if I crossfade a little bit, it'll be even better. That's a little, it doesn't have as much pop, but it spreads it's still different. Let me try to double it. Yeah, that doesn't sound good. I think that's always gonna kind of always kind of gonna be there. Okay, well that makes it a little better. That's good enough. Okay, so that ought to do it. Let's see. Are you able to rip the wave out? I could rip the wave out if I wanted to, but I don't think I want to go through. That's just gonna take entirely too long. Let me see. Also, I need to move my video. Yeah. So I don't want to do that. I don't want to rip all the waves out and then just put them back in. Because this is honestly faster. That's probably what I would have ended up doing. And it's not as bad. It wouldn't be as bad as I thought because we're only using those three samples. So the other samples are irrelevant, so we wouldn't actually need to do anything else. It wouldn't actually be that bad. I could just make them mono and then put them back in, but I don't need to do that anymore. So now let me put this back. I want to do 600 cents, I think, or 600 milliseconds. And then 25 seconds decay. Because in the original, there's a bit of an attack there. Yeah, it's like. So 25 seconds. 25 seconds is the longest that it'll let me. Otherwise, then we have to, if we want anything longer than that, we have to do like a like a volume automation rather than an envelope. I think I have both these set. Oh wait, no, I don't. I just kept going to the wrong one. Ooh, I do hear a loop popping in this first one. Let's see. Yes, I do. I hear it. Okay, so it finds the loop in the thing, but there is no possible way to get it because the loop doesn't exist. So what I'm gonna have to do, that worked I think pretty well for the other wave, but this one is not gonna it's not gonna work like that. So what I have to do then is go and export this, save edited instrument as, and I'm gonna save this as patch plus samples because that's gonna give me the samples by themselves without as not part of the contact instrument. So I'm just going to save that on my desktop, and then Contact is going to create a folder of samples and a contact patch for me. And I want to delete the contact patch because all I need is the samples, and the sample that I'm looking for is C3. So that's this right here. So now what I want to do is take this drag this into my piano roll, or into my mixer, and see, it's stereo now, but only because there's built-in chorus on it. So what I want to do is edit, right-click, edit in pitch editor, and now you can see the chorus here. It almost looks like a 3D movie because it's just the red is the right channel, is like the left channel, and then the white is the right channel. And so they're just literally just created it by phasing it. So we want to convert left channel to mono. And then from there, I can just drag this back into contact. Maybe, yeah. And now if wait a minute. Did that replace right? No, it didn't. I don't know what happened to that thing. But I don't even need to drag it back into contact. I can just remove this thing, and then let's see. Then I can just paste it into contact like this. But now we have one sample that's mono and the other one that has a chorus on it. So that's going to mess us up in mixing. So what I want to do then is, let me see. Solo this. I want to see what notes are being played. So we have F sharp 2 and C2 being played. So now I just have to go and drag this into, let's see, into the audio editor. F sharp 2 and C2, let's see. And then I go right click, left channel to mono, normalize, and then drag that in there. And then I have C2, left channel to mono, and then drag that in there. Now we just need all these to loop. So let me crossfade and then, but actually they're already looping. So what I can do, like they already loop over. So what I can do is, let me see, I should have done this at first, but let me right click and edit an audio editor, and then you can see a clear loop right here. And actually, you can even see it earlier right here. So all I really need to do is trim it. I can trim it down to right here. And let's see, let me try to make a loop. Let's see, set loop. I don't want it to scroll with the cursor, so. I want to find the exact same point. Actually, it's probably easier if I do it over here, where it's more recognizable. Like I can do here, here's a dip right here, and here's a dip right here. And then I can go take the cursor and do, let's see, if I press zoom on selection, I can go to a zero crossing part, and this is going downward, so I have to remember, go down, so that the loop, when it continues, is going to want to go down, wants to be going downward, on a downward slope. And then I can go zoom on selection again. This is my end loop point, and I go to a zero crossing on a downward slope here. So now if I press in loop and then deselect, now it loops cleanly. And so I can just take this loop, trim it, normalize, and then that is my full sample loop right there. And then I just do the same for this one. But I think this is the same sample, right? Like this is, let's see, if I set the root notes and I play the root note here, that's the same sound. So I don't know, because this was kind of a poorly compiled contact instrument. So they took notes that were, they took samples where they didn't need to. And so this one is actually the same sample too. These are all the same sample, so really all I need is this sample. And then I can go and save this as, this is basically, actually, you know what I could have just done is just added the Airvox patch from Donkey Kong Country, because it's the same sound. Because it's a little bit different. It's mixed a little bit differently. This one's got a low pass on it. No, this one, the one from the Yamaha has got a low pass on it. And it's a little grittier. Actually, this one's higher quality, I think. So maybe I can try just using that one. Let's see how that sounds. I also want to see, because it's a different sample and it sounds very different, I want to... This is the sample that's used in the game, and all of these samples are quite different. So let's see. So I want to see how that sample sounds, the F-sharp 4. So it's going to be between using this, and this one's also chorused, so this one I can just left channel to mono and normalize. try to find where the loop is here, which is pretty noticeable. There's a place where the loop is. And then I can go zoom in on it. Find the quietest one, just because that's very recognizable. I want to go onto the quietest one and go to a down. I'll go to an upward slope this time. I want an upward slope on the quietest one. And then I can go back. Let's see, the quietest one. This one's pretty much the same. Yeah, this is the quietest one. It's the same place. And so now I can go and press loop and see if this loop's cleanly. Yes, it does. So now I just trim to that. Set loop. Oh wait, that's gonna do. Let me go zoom out and then set loop. Okay, so now we have a true, like the patch in its truest form, which is just 2 samples. And I can really just put that into a sound font because I don't need all this other stuff going on, whatever they have in this contact patch. That might actually be a better, more honest representation of the patch. Because if I play it from the TG77, it still has that change. Like, and it's still doing that panning thing that I don't want. And I think it only does that panning effect when I play it on the keyboard. But it's still doing a panning thing, and that we don't want. So, but you can hear that obvious change. When you go, these are 2 different notes. So in the TG7, and this is coming from the TG77. So in the TG77, it also has those 2 samples. And this is still the same as the Donkey Kong Country sample, more or less, because if I go... No, wait, maybe it's not. Oh, wait, it's a different loop. Oh, it's a different octave. Yeah, see, it's pretty much the same sound. Let's see. Yeah, this is pretty much the same sample. So there's only 2 samples in this, so if I just use the... But actually, this one's a little bit different. It's EQ'd differently, that's for sure. So really, if all I need to do is save these two samples and then put them into a sound font, and then I'll be good. And it changes at... Actually, all I really need is to have those two, let's see. Have those two saved, but I can do that later. What I really want to know is like which one sounds better. And I can delete the, I'm not going to use the Donkey Kong Country one because it's EQ'd a little differently. Let's see. Love the new Snaky Chanty mix. Keep up the good work. Thank you. Glad you're here. Welcome. So now let me cut this and I'm gonna try this lower notes, these lower notes. Paste this here. And what I can do here is note pan is make up for the lack of panning with note pan. And so let's set this note. This was like 70% to the right. And then the other one, the other lower layer is 70% to the left. And that is versus, let's see, what's in the game sounds like this. And the loop point creates a little fluctuation, like ooh, 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 like a little. And also there's vibrato on it, and an envelope. Now let's see what happened. Now let's see what it sounds like if I use the higher sample, and this is the sample that's used in the game. See, it's just a little more muffled. It does sound a little bit more like the original. But I kind of like the other one better. Let me pick an envelope for that. I want this to be like 8 steps. Maybe not even. Let's see. How about 2 steps? Yes. So no hold, and I want like maximum decay. But FL Studio's sampler gives you a lot of decay, so I don't even want the whole thing. Maybe a little more than that. Okay, and I'll give it some release. And there's also some vibrato here. Let's see. Yeah, it's like a rapid vibrato. So let's give that vibrato. That works. And there's also just too much treble here. So what I want to do is give this a mixer track. And let me call this something better, like choir. We just call it choir. Stream is now titled Airvox Antics, kind of like a DKC. That's funny. So let's see. So now It's not that I want to low pass this, it's that there's a very sharp EQ in the middles. This right here, I want to take that down. So now that sounds a little bit more evocative of the original. But that maybe just sounds too different. Let me try the other one again. And let me copy the same knobs. Actually, is this... Wait, did I forget? I forgot to put the loop in there. Yeah. So now let me set 2 steps. A great many steps for this. Let's see. That sounds a little bit more like the original. Yes, I think that works. Oh, and let's not forget our vibrato. All right, so we can actually, I want to save this because I might want to use this later. So let me save this as mana, and I'm going to call it wire, let's see, SY99, whoops, wire 1. And then I can delete that. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to save this one, SY99 Choir 2. Okay, so that's good. Now, let me actually put that in as Choir 2. Nice. And so now this is going to go to the choir channel, and I'm going to remove this. Actually, I'm going to EQ this some too, because I want to sort of correct some of this stuff here. No, this is good. I think I can remove that. Nice and dark. There's a little distorted sound in the top there that's missing. That kind of works. Yeah, if I boost that little region, that makes it sound so much more like the original. Okay, so that does it for that channel. See, now we have it all mapped out already. And let's see. What is next? So we have nothing yet. We have... So we have that bell melody. And now this is going to be a sort of 4-bar pattern. Copy this. Find first empty, call this bell. Ability. As a pun. And let's see, SY99 bill. Is that the right? I don't think that's the right pitch. Let me tune this thing. Let me get a tuner. I can't get a beat on what this is. Let me see if I, maybe if I, that. I'm just gonna do it by ear then. Let's see. Let me see, it sounds out of tune further. I'm not even sure if this is the right one. I think I had another one in there that was supposedly the right one. Another bell. Let's see. What about this one? Let's see. No. No, there's something missing there. I think there's like another layer at least. Oh, that's got to be the wrong one. Let me see. I think it was the Glockenspiel I had for this one. Let me try using that one. Like under it, like as in layered. Let's see. So if I copy this, let me see. That sounds like it could be it. See, it starts on F. Let me see if I can work that. See if that's the right pitch. That might be it. No, that doesn't work. It's at least out of tune. So in order to find the tune, let me see. I'm gonna have to do some special stuff here. Let me go to the tuner but first let me try and get it down to this one frequency. I'm pretty sure the tune here is going to be right. It's the other one that I need. Is this one right here. So what is this? This is an A. A and a half, actually. So I need to go and put that up 50 cents. Okay, so that's tuned right. Okay, that sounds all right. Let me give it some release. Maybe a little less release. But then let me give this one some release too. Nice. And there's another layer to this. Let's see. So let's go and grab that layer. So this one actually kind of plays independently. This one plays every 2 bars. No, wait, it does 2 for every 1 bar. So, and then it plays on its own. Like it plays that pattern. Just wait, no, it plays a different pattern. I think, no, it plays the same pattern. So it plays that once on it, like with the accompaniment, then it plays it on its own. So let's Control B to get that original one by itself, and then let's paste the new one again. Oh wait, did I copy that? What? Weird. So let's copy that. And then go, but wait, are they panned differently? They probably are. Yeah, they are. So I'm gonna need to do two different contact patches for this. Not two different sampler patches because I can do that in the thing. That means I need another glockenspiel. And that these glockenspiel, let's see, 31% to the right for the first one and 30% to the left for the second one. Why would you? Okay, so we have our 2 lines, we have our 2 patches. Now we paste the line and see this, so we send this to channel 2. Let's see, this one, let me check this one out by itself. Is this one the right? Is this one the right tune? Let's see. No, this one's registering as a so that's why it sounded a little bit out of tune. Wait. It's a little out of tune. So if I stretch this and I hold down Alt, I think it's Alt. No, it's not Alt. I don't want it to be tuning like in different notes. I think it's Shift. Yeah, there we go. If I go 0.06 up, that'll make it perfectly in tune. Now I have to give this one release too. I can't tell if this is supposed to be an octave up though. So these play. Oh, it does play an octave lower. So let's see, I have to grab this. Shift C and go down a bit. Okay, and then we're gonna do the PG77 or the SY99 bell layer. So let's see. Oh wait, this goes all the way up here actually. And now this one, I want to Shift C, select this layer, and then I'm gonna pan this 30% to the right. And then click this, Shift 3, Shift C, I mean, and this 30% to the left. That sounds right, right? It sounds like the wrong tune. It sounds like it should be a note up. Let me see. Yeah, it sounds like it should be a note up because in the original it showed it on the first note is F sharp, and the first note for the top layer is G. So that means maybe the sample was pitched a little differently. So let me try going up. There we go. Okay, and then you have that, and then I have to go to the bell, Shift C to select those notes, and Control B to give it its own thing. So now in the playlist, we need to play this part twice, and then it's the first layer solo. Oops, why did it? Oh, clicked it there. So then we slice this and then select this layer, and now this layer is going to play out once. So now it's good that we already have the bell in a mixer track, so let's just call this bell. Let's turn it down a bit because it's kind of loud. Nice. That sounds pretty good, actually. Nice. Okay, so now now we can move on to whatever's next. I think that nothing is in this channel. Oh wait, yes, there's the flute. It's like kind of a very vibrato-y flute, which makes me think it's more like supposed to be a theremin. It sounds like a ghost voice, like a, you know? It actually sounds more like a theremin. I think there's a portamento effect in there too. Pretty sure there is. Nice. So now let's grab that flute melody. And this is just a, let's see. And so this is really, okay, this plays for like 2 bars, like 4 bars, and then it repeats once. So let's copy this. And then I'm gonna put it in a throwaway channel, but it actually does it. It does have an envelope, so I have to have it. Give it its own dedicated channel. Let's call this flute. Let's call it theremin because it's supposed to be like a theremin. And now, if I want to go back to the TG77 and find the flute. Because this is the TG77 patch. Helps. It's kind of hard for you to see, but let's see. Now, if I go to, I wonder if the flutes are in this bank. No. So I have to go to memory and then find like internal. Yeah, there you go. I for internal. And then let's see. We have the grand piano. Let me try to use the bank select button to get, oh, there's winds. Okay, so I have to cycle till I get to winds. There we go, clarinet. And then do the buttons. Flute, there we go. That's what we want. So now that I have the flute selected, if I play on the keyboard, and so now all I have to do is paste what I have here and then go an octave up because it's an octave off in the TG. And so now what I want to do is I'm going to go and set up an Edison, and I'm going to record this line. So press record and put a dead mode here so it doesn't ring out. Nice. Cut recording and stop playback. Normalize and trim side noise. So now I want to save this in my TG77 recordings as ceremony flute. You go put an underscore there. So now I can delete this Edison patch and then go and find my recordings and wait, no, that's not it. Ceremony I need. So this comes in about right here, but there's also a space between there. There's like a step of space, I think. And I removed the space, so I don't have it there. Now let's see. 2 steps of space. That would be right here. And now what we see from the flute is, let's see, I need to have this as a theremin right here. Yeah, there we go. So now I can remove this dead note, and now I need a fruity envelope. I need to replace this with a fruity envelope controller. And that way I can implement the vibrato and also implement the volume envelope so I can get that attack. So this would be what I want, kind of what I want here. And now every time it presses the note, it just it plays the envelope. So now I just need to link that envelope to the volume of the flute. So I go to filter group all so I can see the recordings, and right click on the volume knob, link to controller, and then link it to fruity envelope controller articulator 1. And now you have, oh, but it doesn't play because I don't have the recording playing. So let me go here and solo just the recording and the notes. But it's kind of loud, so let me go and turn it down. Let me turn it to about 40% in the volume multiplier adjustment. And now let me see how that stacks up to the original. That's good. I think I need a shorter attack though. Let me set it to be tempo, and so I can see the steps that I'm doing. So this is like 2 steps, I think. I think I need 1 step. Nice. That works. Now I just need to implement the vibrato. And let's see. I think there's also a portamento effect, so I have to see how to implement that. I think I can do that from the recording. No, I can't. Not unless it's a plugin. But I don't know how to do it with the envelope controller, so that's kind of a problem. Keyboard mapping, no. Let's just see how it sounds with a vibrato. So it basically has the same vibrato going all the time. It's a rapid vibrato. And hold on. So we have a rapid vibrato going all the time, and let's see. Now I have it. I have a, but this has to be as small as possible because it's going to be on the overall pitch. Unless I can link it to the fine pitch, I can do fine tuning. I might be able to wait. Can I link something to fine tuning? No, I can't. So I have to link it to the overall pitch. So I just go to link to controller, and then I go to fruity envelope controller. Articulator 1. Wait, no. I think did I put that vibrato in articulator 1? I think I did. I can't put it in articulator 1 because if I do, it's going to use the value from the envelope 2 and do this whole pitch sweep. So I have to go to articulator 2, so it gives it an independent value. So I go to independent R2, paste this state, and then if I link it to the controller, I go and link it to articulator 2. And so now, wait, let me see. It's not working for some reason. That's weird. Oh, because I didn't enable it, duh. I think did it map did it like for some reason take envelope 2? No, articulator 1? So that's weird. So it shouldn't. So let's see. No, it's actually not moving at all. It's just doing this weird thing for some reason. And it's just sticking it right there. Oh, it's actually not automating it at all. Hold on 1 second. So for some reason, it's not automating it at all. I don't know why. It usually does that. It usually does this pretty easily. Maybe if I reset first and then do that and then give it nothing and then make a whole new link, it'll understand what I want. No, it doesn't. That's weird. Maybe if I raise it. That is weird. What is going on there? So it's basically taking the value of the like this just a oh because I think do I have to oh I have to set it to sustain. That's right. To go this sustain loop in and that ought to do it. Why are you doing this? Stupid? There we go. So that's an extreme pitch warble. We have to take it way down so it's not as big. Even more, we have to take it. That's like how a real theremin would warble. Let's see. Let me see. I want to review that. I want to hear the original for a second. Oh yeah, that has a ton of reverb too. I had problems doing the vibrato and fruit in the envelope controller. Could never figure it out. Yeah, it's super complicated. It takes a while. You should watch there's a video by FL Studio Guru on the envelope controller. That might help a bit. So if I just paste this twice, and with the one thing you want to do with the LFO is you want to give it a release, and let's see, because this is anything you put after this is the S right here is a release. You want it to release back to 0, so it always ends up back at 0. And so, so that should be good. Once we add reverb, it'll really click in. And the only other thing that doesn't quite make sense here is there's not a transient, but that's unavoidable. There's not quite the transient you expect. Let's see, let me call this theremin. And let's see. So that'll do. That'll do the way it is. And so this plays twice, and then that's it. And so now, oh yeah, I forgot to do stretch. I don't need to do the release if I just do stretch. Now it won't give me all that weird movement. And I can safely go to this and just be like, hey, I want this to play here too. I wonder, does it sound like it has a portamento too? I don't think it does. It does sound like it has a little bit of a filter on it though. Like, there we go. That sounds a little more like a theremin. Nice. Okay, so, and then after that, there is a choir in there that's making an effect. Cool, so that is a pretty interesting effect. Let me go and, because I'm gonna need to find the range for this one that the pitch bend is, because it's not stored in the MIDI. I'm gonna need to clone this choir. I'm gonna need to send it to a different mixer track. And then we call this bass. And let's see, so it ends on F sharp. So it just goes 2 semitones from E to F sharp. Let me call this choir. And then I'm going to take this note. It's basically just an E, so I can just grab this E. You find first empty, call this choir. And then this one will be called bass. And this one will be called choir. Just to not get them confused. So this one, okay, I'm gonna paste this E here. And how long does it take to get there for that pitch bend? Sounds like about half a bar or so. I mean, and there's no vibrato, I don't think. No, there is a vibrato. It's just faster and not as intense. And probably the same goes for the bass too. Nice. But the envelope is shorter, so definitely shorter than the other one. The decay is. Nice. Okay, that's good. Now, that plays twice. And then, let's see. I'm going to put this at the top. Actually, both of these I'm going to put at the top. And then I'm going to put this one at the top, too. So the bass at the bottom. The bass covers the whole thing. Nice. So now what is next? Let's see. There's a bell here. A different bell. This one is like a church bell. This one is created by the tubular bell sample, which is, and tubular bells are kind of the same as church bells. Church bells are just way bigger, but it's kind of the same sound. So what we have here is just a single ding at A sharp, and it's, let's see, wait, it's A sharp and what? Both of them are A sharp, but I know they're different pitches, so apparently this is just not really representing the correct pitch. So, because what we have in Kuroneko, it tells me, look, you can see the interval here is a major third, so it's actually starting on D, and it's in the upper above that is F sharp. So I can call this church bell. And then let's see, in contact is where the tubular bells are. I already have the patch added, but I don't want this to go into the bell channel, main bell channel. So I want to give this a separate master output channel. Send it to output, plug in out 3 and 4. And then go to the gear, the settings, and go to processing, and then have FL Studio send that out to the next. That is I need to go 1, 2, 3, 4 mixer tracks over. So I want it to be +4. So now I just need to put into contact that on channel 3, we start on. Let me make sure I'm at the right pitch. So this is the F sharp. I need the D. Oh wait, it is actually A sharp. I can hear the difference. I'm just gonna do it by ear, that's easier. Nice. So there's that, and then the lower one. Oh, the lower one is the lower one. Yeah. That's an E, it sounds like. So there's like an A and an E, which is a tritone interval. I think so, yeah. Yeah, it's a tritone. Yeah, I can tell. And this bell doesn't have to stop because in a real church bell, it would ring out the whole thing. You can't stop a church bell from ringing. So it just has to ring it out all the way. So I'm just gonna put this as release as a no wait, that's for the glockenspiel I think I'm editing. No, this is the tubular bells. I have it set by default for 1K, I guess. Oh, this has a loop point, so I don't want to set it for 25 seconds. Let me just set it for like 2 seconds. Actually, yeah, maybe 10 seconds. And let me put this bell on the top, on the very top of the mix. I think this can go to 0 dB. Yes, that sounds good. Because if you play the original all the way back, it has to be loud. Nice. Now I just want to hear that bell ring out all the way. Nice. Nice and long bell. So it has a harder hit than it does in the game, but that's because the sample, the beginning of the sample is kind of like cut off in the original. But we can get that sound by, let's see. We can get that sound by playing with the attack a bit. I just want to soften it up a little bit. Not that much, maybe just 10 milliseconds. Yes. And I might want that bell to be louder. Yeah. Nice. So now let's call this church bell. And what else is in this channel? Let's see. Oh wait, they have two different pans, right? Yeah, they do. Let me see. And what about the panning of that flute? Oh, the flute is center, so that doesn't matter. But the choir and the choir is a different story. Let's see. That's this one, and that is 16% to the right. So this choir I want to be 16 to the right. Let me just copy that value and paste it to the choir. Nice. And now the lower layer, I think it's the lower layer of the bell. Let's see. The higher layer of the bell is to the left, 16% to the left, and the lower layer is to the right. So for that, I need to make two different contact patches. So let me grab another bell. And I'm also going to send that to the same master output channel. And so this one I just don't want to be 16% to the right. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And this one's going to be 16 to the left. And now the higher one is the one that goes to the right, I believe. No. The higher one is the one that goes to the left, right? Yeah. The higher one is the first channel, is the sooner channel. Let's see. The higher one goes to the left. So that means that, let's see. This higher one is going to be channel 4. And then Alt C to change. Now it's properly panned. And there is supposed to be a volume difference, so I'll leave the volume at default on the new one. Yeah, see there's like a difference in volume. But it does sound a little bit like the wrong tune. Let me see, let me double check that tuning. I think that's right. Just sounds a little higher to me for some reason. Nice. That sounds good. But now I forgot to add that 10 milliseconds of attack for the second two. Let me raise the volume too. Because I think that the bass is lacking. And no, the treble is lacking. Yes, there we go. Nice. Dope. That's good. Nice. Okay, that's good. Now, what else is in this channel? There's... That's a crash. Following the same envelope as the choir, I think. Wait, no, it's not following the same. Not following the same pitch bend as the choir. Or maybe it is. Might be a smaller spread though. Either way, I need the other crash. I need the looping crash. But I also need the transient on that crash. So maybe I can use a crash sample to combine with it and just single out the transient. Like this. So now if I go to find the first empty and I call this crash, I can do like this. Let's see, what note is playing here? C#4. Let's try that out. Let's see how that... Ah. I think it's gonna be C4. Or maybe B. Or maybe C, maybe in between. Yeah, maybe C. C works. No, it's got to be in between. So now let me give it that transient. And now let me give it a pitch bend, which I think it's like one note. What ought to do? Let me check that. Nice. Now we just need to give it an envelope. Let's see. It doesn't quite fade out, so I think it's like the same deal as the choir, where it's like 64 steps. Let's see, let me get it above the choir. But it should be a little longer because it doesn't quite fade out all the way. So let me just use the mouse wheel to nudge it up a bit. And then this one too, and that should do it. Nice. So now let's see what else we have in store. But I also want to give this crash a, well, let's name it crash loop. And let's see, crash transient. And so now let's send this to a new mixer track. Insert 6. Send this as well to insert 6. And let's call this crash. And so now we have, let's see. Ah, we have another crash note. This one also has vibrato on it, actually. Both of them do. So this other note, let's see what's the interval here. So the interval is something like an octave, yeah. So it's a little less than an octave because I can see it fluttering. It's probably between notes on the vibrato. And let's also put the transient at there too. And those two are probably panned because right now they sound a little bit too mono. Let's see, so the panning here is, let's see. And that would be, this would be the crash right here. The panning is 16% to the right and 16% to the left. So with the top one being to the right. So what I want to do then is go to the crash and say, let's see, note pan is, let's see, there, no wait, the top one is 16% to the right. And the bottom one is 16% to the left. Now, I think what happens with this pitch bend having a panning value of the middle, it's not going to bring them all to the middle. It's going to move them independently. So if I were to set this up here, then it would, if I were to set the pitch bend pan up here, it would move them up here. But it would keep the relative space. So I think it just moves them relative to the position. So that shouldn't change. Let's see. I don't think it does. No, it's good. So now the crash, I want to do the same for the transient. Let's see. This one is going to go to 16% to the right. This one will go 16% left. Nice. So now what is our last thing? I think the vibrato is stronger too. Wait, I didn't even add vibrato. Whoops. Nice. So that's good. Now what's our last channel say? I know there's something here because I've seen it as a note. Last channel doesn't do anything? Oh, I think the last channel got removed from the MIDI, like it didn't register. Because there's nothing in it, that's why. Oh, there's 2 choir notes here though. How did I miss that? So it's number 4 and 5. So I got it wrong then. This is... Hold on. This last one is the final choir. So that one is actually the top one. The top crash note is 16% to the left. And the bottom one is 45% to the left. But now because the pitch bend has a pan above both of them, it's gonna make them move. So I have to set it right in the middle to get it not to move. See, now it's not going to move. So now I just have to do the same for the transients. Set this one to be negative 16, 16 left, and this one 45 left. And now as far as the choir is concerned, what is the other note that we need? It looks like it's a power chord. We have F sharp and C sharp. So this is the F sharp. We just need the C sharp. Oh wait, this is supposed to be, yeah, because it starts right here. That sounds right. No, but that doesn't look right. I guess it's supposed to be an F. Wait a minute, is it lower? So the F sharp should be at the bottom, which it is. Wait a minute. I think that works. Let's see. Let me look at what's in the MIDI. That should be a good indication. We have, it starts on E and B. So that works. There we go. We have it right. But it sounds different. Maybe it's not perfectly in tune. Like, it's not supposed to be perfectly in tune. Let me take it down like 10 cents. Let me try to tune it. Yeah, that sounds good. Now I just have to get the panning. Let's see. So this one is 45% right for the top note, 16% right for the bottom note. So he's spreading them out. He's putting the choir in the right and the crash in the left. So now what I want to do is 16% right for this one. And then I want to put my panning for the pitch bend in the middle so it doesn't move. Nice. That is very loud right there, so we might have to turn something down. And I'm thinking about the crash. The crash might be too loud. Or the choir. The choir's pretty loud too. That ought to do it. Okay, so now, let's see, that is all the elements of the song. And then when it loops, it just starts right over. Nice. So now this is just the bells. So let me call this bells. So now we can start mixing everything, mixing it together. Let's see. So we want to start with the regular bell. And this one, I'm going to remove the tuner. I do like having this boost in brightness. Let's see. Nice. Nice, I like that EQ there. Now let me give it some chorus for stereo value. Give it a little more dynamics too. Yes, that's beautiful. I like that. And now this bell has some reverb on it, right? Yeah, it has a little bit of reverb. You can hear the reverb ring out if you keep on bringing in the pad channel. Yeah, you got a short reverb there. So this is going to go into lead, so I'm going to put this in lead bus. And for this reverb, I'm going to use TSAR1R because it's going to be like a hall. And the space that we're in is pretty echoey. I think we're in a dungeon, so it'll be a pretty, like a long hall reverb, and it'll be pretty... That's a little bit long for the game, because in the game, it's only like less than a second. Now remember, we also have release on this, so it might be tricking our ears. So we can probably put a, like, let's see. Yeah, that's good. I like that. Nice. And we could also maybe try a little bit of saturation on this. Yes, I like that. Brighten it up a bit. Nice. Now the bass. Let's give it some chorus. Now, one thing I want to do, I want to try putting a mid-side EQ on this and see if this gives me a better stereo value. Then, whoops. Why? Patcher, and then, let's see, mid-side EQ preset. Whoops, not mid-side. Mid-side EQ. Yeah, I like what that mid-side EQ does to this. It opens it up a bit. Nice. So I can put some saturation on this too. Let's see. That might be distorting it a bit too much. Yeah, that's a bit too much distortion. I can hear it coming through. Maybe if I keep it small though. It's because it's two notes. Yes, there we go. Is there any reverb on this though? No. Wait. Yeah, there's a short reverb on it. So let me send this to accompaniment. And since there is no, oh wait, there is drums here. There's a crash, so that counts. So let me send this to TSAR1R. Yes. There we go. That works. Nice. Now the theremin is going to have a lot of reverb, but first I want to give it some chorus. Yes, there we go. And give it some stereo separation too. Boost the highs too. And maybe saturation. Nice. Now we just need to give this reverb. So let's put this into the reverb bus. And how much? I think this has a lot more reverb than the bass does, though. It does. Maybe since we already had, I don't think we're gonna need more than one different kind of reverb. Let me just put this into the drum. Let me call this flute. Or no, let me just leave that as is. And then if I really need another one, I'll just put it on the theremin itself. It doesn't take that long though. But it is a heavy reverb. But it doesn't go into the other reverb. I don't want it to go into two reverbs at once. Nice. I think it needs more vibrato though. Like a stronger one. Yes. Maybe a little slower too. No, maybe it was the right speed. Nice. That's good. I like that. Now, the choir. Let's see. Definitely needs to be stereoized. Let's give it some chorus and let me give it some stereo separation too. Boost the highs a bit. Give it some saturation. Yes. Now give it the accompaniment reverb. That sounds right. Let me see how that... Yeah, it's just a short reverb, just like the bass, kind of. So that's good. Now the church bell, let's see. That one I want to give some chorus for sure. Slow chorus. Nice. The chorus really works well for that. And maybe some saturation on it too, not too much. Actually, more than I thought. Nice. That's pretty good. Let me try a mid-side EQ on that too. See what that does. That sounds really good. I like that. And now the crash sound effect. Also gonna need some chorus. Need some saturation on that too. Maybe also some mid-side EQ because this has a lot of bass, so I don't want to ruin that by using stereo separation. Now, I guess that when you have too many harmonics like this does, which is basically means noise gets wishy-washy. So I don't like that. That was kind of what I was looking for, is like is raising the highs and getting more highs out of it. Because when a sample is deep down low like that, you lose a lot of highs. Now if I give it let me see what kind of reverb this thing had on it. Pretty much the same old thing. Cool. Now we can play it as the full thing. Oh, that's beautiful. This is the ending I kind of came up with, where we would have, let's see, I want it to be just a dong and then the bass fading out quickly. So I want to do something like this and then do a master fader fade out. So if I do create as automation clip, and then if I set this to be regular 80%, and then at the end it just goes down. And then, hold on. And then, if I do, yeah, just like that, it should work. That's too fast. Let me go and give it another bar. But it's also it's fading out everything, but I want it, I would much rather it just fade out the bass, because I want the church bell to be free to ring out like it's because it's losing volume too fast now. So if I just do this, create automation clip, and then I can use the same automation clip, have it point to bass volume instead. Oh wait, that does not do what I want it to do. So yeah, now that should work. Yes. So now I can hear the bell more. But the bell needs a little bit of help fading out too. So let me go to master and I'm going to give it a quick fade out at the end. Let's see. Let me hold shift so it doesn't move up or down. It only moves right to left. And then give it a quick fade out at the end. Okay, so that works. I like that. That's the ending right there. Nice. But I kind of want the fade out to be quicker than that. Let's see. And then, yeah, just that half a bar is good. Let's send it to beat and then make it like this and then like that. Yes. Nice. That'll do it. And so now let's listen to this one more time. I'll let you guys hear it while I do some saving and naming. Okay, but I don't like the choir has not enough low end. I think I don't like that. Let's see. Maybe if I just remove all that. I feel like that might have had more reverb. Yeah, I think it did, because yeah, I think the bass just had way less reverb, so if I turn this up and give the bass its own reverb. I think it kind of has the same amount of reverb as the theremin. So if I just send this theremin here and then give the bass its own reverb. Or maybe if I keep this as the subtle reverb, because I think the Crash had less reverb too. I think the Crash had the same amount of reverb as the Choir. Yeah, that works. Yeah, that makes it even better. Nice. Let's see. I'm a little concerned about this bell because it's, let's see. It's like, I feel like I want the like these bells should be mixed separate. No, I think that's good. I think that's good how it is. I don't need to separate it. So I'm gonna play it one more time while we name everything. So that's cool. I want to give some of these instruments an ending. I think that's really good. I just want to give these instruments. Look, why is this so? Why is this one head? I don't think I don't think I intended for that to happen. Let me quantize the start times. Yeah, it was because I control B. I did control B, and so the end is a little bit off, so it's gonna do it a little bit before. So that's good that I caught that. And that means I probably also have to do it for this one too. Yes, I do. Nice. Nice. Okay, so now I just want to give the rest of these a bit of an ending. And maybe I could also let this note ring out because this note stops before it gets to go the full way. So let me just extend this then. Like 3 bars. And the same for the choir. And also I want to give a final bell note for this, just for some high value. So it's going to go back to the beginning. So I want to go back to a G. Dun, dun, dun. I don't want them to last that long though. They're kind of intrusive. I mean the crash and the choir. I don't want them to last that long. Wait, unless it only lasted that long unless it was only that loud because I played from right here. As much as I like the sound of that bell ringing out, I don't want it to last that long, so let me give it an envelope. Nice. There we go. That is perfect. Nice. And so I think we can call that done. That's pretty much all I needed to do, and it sounds great. Let's see. Sergio says, "Hello. Do you pretend to do a Chrono Trigger restore full OST?" No, I do not intend to restore the entire Chrono Trigger OST. That was those 2 tracks that I did were commissions from fans. So it would need to be like someone would need to buy each track. Like basically, like I need to be paid to do the restoration because I'm getting paid. I'm not doing restorations anymore on my own free time. I'm only doing them by commission, and this entire Secret of Mana soundtrack is by commission that I'm doing this. I'm not doing this on my own free time, so that's why we're here. It's all commission based now. So I hope that answers your question. I do not. It's basically a long way to say no. I don't intend to do it full. So this track is pretty much done. I'll play it through one more time for the people that have just arrived, and then we'll call it quits for today. But wow, this has been. We've been going on. We're going 10 minutes short of 3 hours. So I thought this was going to be a quick one, but no, it's a full track because of the complicated sound design we have. All right, play it one more time. This we got a problem here. The choir is not pitch bending up on the second part. Why is that? Because when we made that ending, all the crash and choir sounds they extended, and now this is messing up the piano playlist because it's still trying to fulfill the ending, and we don't want that. So we want to resize it so that it stops and lets the other one start again. So it restarts now. Let's see. That's interesting. Sergio says that's interesting. It's incredible what you did with Secret of Mana and Super Metroid. Congratulations. Thank you. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. Hope you enjoy. So we're on the tail end of here, so you kind of missed most of it, but I'll play through it one more time. Well, play through it one more time. Nice. So that's pretty much it. That's where that sounds good. That's where we'll call it quits today. And this video will be on YouTube tonight. And then the next time we are what's the next time we're streaming? The next time I'll be streaming, I'm working for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So Sunday is the next day that we'll be we'll be streaming another track. We won't be streaming another track till Sunday. So, but after that, I'll be doing a lot more streaming. So I want to pump this soundtrack out. So we'll be streaming a lot more. We'll be streaming it on Sunday. And what are we doing on Sunday? We'll be doing Morning is Here. Morning is Here from Secret of Mana. So tune in on Sunday, and we'll be restoring Morning is Here. All right, guys, this will be up on YouTube tonight, and I will see you next time. Thanks for coming to the stream, and Jam and Sam out.